everybody. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Dawson's Creek, Season 1, Episode 4, Discovery. All right, where do you want to start?
I don't know.
It's kind of all wrapped up together.
Yeah.
So we start off with Joey and Dawson looking through his dailies, and basically he finds the video of Pacey and Miss Jacobs having sex, but you can't tell that it's Pacey.
Mm-hmm.
You can only tell that it's her. So he and Joey realize, and then the next day they're at the ice house and they're all four talking, and Pacey is very agitated because obviously he knows it's him, and he's like, "Can you tell who it is? Oh my god!" And he calls her Tamara in front of them, and it's really bad. So then later he is rifling through Dawson's room when he's not there to try to find the tape so he can steal it so they don't get in trouble. And he ends up coming clean to Dawson that it was him and he's the one.
But the door wide open.
The Leary, you know what? The Leary parents, I sort of feel like they would just be like, eh.
Are you wrapping it up?
I feel like Mitch would clap him on the back. Okay, again, Mitch is actually a really good TV dad.
No, I know. I know. Honestly, the open door thing is a huge pet peeve of mine because it's like the whole thing in Teen Wolf where they were all talking at full volume in full classrooms about being fucking werewolves.
Yeah.
And then what I wanted was the shots of the people behind them being like, "Are you fucking hearing this? Our classmates are werewolves."
The only ounce of anything that they give to that is towards I think it's the end of season 3 when Danny is like,
"Oh yeah,
come on."
We all knew.
It's Beacon Hills.
Yeah.
They all kind of know.
Yeah.
Regardless, I totally agree with you. They do it on Buffy a lot too. There's that season 3 episode where she just leaves the bio lab out the window, but she waits till the teacher turns her back. She's not going to turn around and be like, "Where is Buffy Summers?" You're killing me.
Yeah.
So regardless, they don't get caught. But who does get caught is Gail in her affair. Joey and Dawson are looking for, Dawson's looking for an anniversary gift. It's their 20th anniversary, which that's even, they were married for 5 years before they had Dawson.
In my head, yeah. I don't know.
It's just such a good marriage, and she's just, like I said, I think she explains her reasoning. I don't think it's very good, but I think she does have an explanation.
When you go outside of your marriage or relationship, it's because there's something missing.
Yeah.
But she seems so fulfilled, so I'm just confused.
It's very confusing. I don't remember. I sincerely don't remember her reasoning.
Also, we talk about this all the time, but people that are embroiled in affairs, how do you have the stamina? How do you have the energy? Aren't you tired? I'm tired all the time.
So yes, I am also tired all the time. So let's give them let's say they're 40.
Sure.
Let's put an even 4. They met in college. They got married when they were 25. They've been married. Or no, that doesn't work out. They'd have to be 45. So I think they got married in college. I think they had to be 20 when they got married.
Okay.
If they want to be 40, because I don't think they're much older than 40.
Okay.
Regardless, you just you had so much time together. You met at a good time. You
got
together at a good time.
You did all of your major growing.
Yeah.
You, both got your frontal lobes completely done.
And this also seems like a relatively recent affair.
Yeah.
So it's well past the 7-year itch. And well past all of these relationship landmarks when you think that might be something that would happen. I don't know. It's very weird to me, especially because Mitch is so devoted to Gail.
Right. And she's still got a hot bod. She's on TV.
Her hair is admittedly terrible.
Yeah, but
that's not Mitch's fault.
No, it's 1998. Everyone's hair was bad. But so if we even wanted to kind of give her the midlife crisis thing, but everything outside of living in a smaller town.
Yeah.
What are you missing? I don't get it. And the fact that she is still participating in all
in her
the
marriage.
Makeout. Yes, because him going and kissing her and then pulling away and she goes and she grabs him. If you're feeling some some type of way towards your husband, you don't fuck on the wicker ottoman and the kitchen counter and make out with him.
So that's the other thing I was gonna say too, is so I've been married for almost 10 years, and I just to your point about being tired, I'm also where do you go? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Where are you going to have this affair?
I'm single and I don't go anywhere.
I don't leave my husband and I both don't leave the house unless forced.
Usually I'm forced.
Like, you're the one that's forcing us.
So, like, I go out and try to be social, but, like, I don't do it all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm also very much, like, you have to compete with my peace. So, like, if you're not bringing anything to the table, I'm not trying.
No.
Like, and I'm so good. Like, I'm not on the apps. I'm not on anything. Because it's just, like, it's not even worth my time.
No, it's really bizarre. And also, in my opinion, the time for having, like, inappropriate affairs is when you're in college and you have a hot professor.
Yeah.
Preferably a single professor. You don't want to be breaking up a marriage.
No.
But, like, come on.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Get all your shit out in your 20s.
Right.
That's why you should wait until you're at least 30 to get married.
Well, so I saw a TikTok the other day where men peak sexually in their 20s and women peak sexually in their 30s.
I think you sent me that.
I did. Yeah. It was very funny.
So Pacey is still 6 years off.
Yeah. But he's also in the stage of like not neutered puppy, just like humping the pillow.
Sure.
So it's just
for tomorrow. Just a pillow.
Disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. And then also to shit where you eat, to have an affair with your co-anchor. Also, every time that they say 6 to 11, I'm like, it needs to be 6 to midnight since they're fucking.
This went from 6 to midnight. Teach me how to grow while I'm...
Because anytime anyone, you know.
Sure.
So, but when they're like 6 to 11, I'm like, God, I hate you.
Yeah.
I'm doing 6 to midnight in my head.
Sure, I get it.
Just, I've been on the other side of a fair amount of affairs, and it's just, it never makes sense to me because I'm just like, I'm doing so much in this relationship, and even you're so like, I don't feel fulfilled. But they all had mental problems. So.
Well, it's like there's a hole at the bottom of their bucket. They'll never be fulfilled.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's not. Yeah. But that doesn't seem to be the case with Gail.
That's why I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because she's just such an active participant in her marriage and seems extremely satisfied. But she also doesn't seem to have any hangups about who she is as a human and a woman.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's looking... I mean, granted, I'm giving her a lot of credit right now. I don't think she's looking to Bob to have any sort of
emotional
self-esteem push or anything like that.
I don't think so either. I really feel stupid that I can't remember, but I do think we find out some of it in the next episode.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't seem to be really anything like that, which is what's the most confusing part about it. And it doesn't also feel like a career thing.
No.
Where like he can like help advance her career or anything. It's really very weird.
And if it's just like it's just something to do, like I needed excitement, bitch, get a hobby.
Well, also like you need something to do. You are seemingly constantly doing your husband.
Right.
How are your lady parts?
She seems like she's hopping off one wiener to immediately
right on the other.
Again. How is your pH? I don't think it's even.
Well, hopefully she's using a condom with at least Bob.
God, I don't. Oof. Some Azo. She's got to keep Azo stocked in that fucking bathroom. Cranberry pills 4 days.
4 days. Yeah. So anyway, Dawson and Joey run into her helping Bob buy a new sport coat, which I guess.
Sure.
Does the studio not provide wardrobe? For news?
Not all the time, no.
Okay, weird. Yep. Well, I did a while back see that one thing about the weather women who like one of them posted on like a weather person like forum, like a weather girls forum that was like, oh my God, you guys, this dress is like $15 at TJ Maxx. And then there was like a grid of like 90 weather women from across the country wearing that exact dress from TJ Maxx. It was really good. But yeah, so Dawson thinks it's kind of weird, and Joey is making the most eyeballs at Gail the entire time.
Very like...
Yeah. And Gail is very, there's nothing to see here about it.
Yeah.
And so Dawson finally sees them kissing at work.
Like full on, like
she grabs him because he's there using the studio to like dub over Jen's, like some of Jen's dialogue for the movie he's making. And Gail didn't see him though, right?
No.
So Gail doesn't know he knows, and he almost tells Mitch towards the end of this episode, but he ends up not doing it. And so basically he goes to talk to Joey, And Joey, like, has to admit that she knew, and he's like, friendship over. And he's a real bitch about it.
He's such a bitch.
He's such a bitch this whole episode, because the other part of the Dawson story is that Jen, he's like ranting to Jen about both his mother, because she's there when he finds out. So he's ranting to her about his mother, and also that Joey lied about having known about Gail cheating. And he's like, total and complete honesty only, always, from now on. And she's like, well, in the spirit of that, I have had sex with other boys. And he is so gross about it.
The light leaves his eyes. He is just...
a fallen woman.
Yeah, it was like someone just took a big old dump in his Wheaties.
Yeah,
and
it's awful. His behavior is just like totally awful. So he basically ices her out the entire next day at school. And she's like, hey man, I know what you're doing. Like, why are you like cutting me out?
She should have been like, I clearly have been around the block a few times. I know what you're doing.
I know exactly what you're doing.
You're not slick, my guy.
And she's like, which of these 3 options is it?
It's this
one. Or did I forget something?
Yeah.
And so he basically has to like deal with kind of like all of that and decide where he's at. Meanwhile, on her other side is Grams being like, remember those mistakes that you made in New York. And the other thing too is she is still not 100% honest with Dawson. When we find out what actually happened in New York, it's like pretty rough. It's not great. So it's just like a whole bag of nonsense. It's his story.
So the thumbnail for this episode is very me for a lot of this. Her face just...
yeah. I do, though, really love the scene where Jen goes to talk to Joey about Dawson. That's fantastic. Joey's not antagonistic. Well, she is a little bit at first until Jen is like, well, I told Dawson I'm not a virgin. Can you please help me out? And she's like,
tell me more.
She's like, please, I can't wait.
Spill that tea, queen.
So the other thing, too, is that she's obviously for the audience, but it's like Jen's not really supposed to realize, but for the audience, she's being very obvious about her feelings for Dawson, where she's like, I'd wait around forever. But she is nice to Jen, and she's like, here's the thing you need to know about Dawson, is that he's a total idiot. And that's basically it.
Yeah. So
you can like wait around until he grows up and he realizes what's going on. Or you can just like cut your losses. It's one of those two. And I think that's really great.
Yeah.
That they just like have a nice talk and it's fine. You just want them to be friends.
I do.
Yeah.
I think that Joey is being ridiculous. And
well, she's jealous.
I guess, but we've come so far from this where it was like...
oh, like as a society?
Yeah. And so I have a hard time going backwards and watching older stuff because it's like, oh, we don't have to pit women against each other anymore.
Well, I don't know. When did that I Could Be a Better Boyfriend or Better Girlfriend Than Him? When did that come out? Isn't that Billie Eilish? That's like not too long ago.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. That still happens.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, no, it's Dove Cameron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
But she also likes women.
No, I'm aware of that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but I could be a better boyfriend than him. It's still like, I want to steal this girl away from someone.
Oh.
It like, still about the jealousy and stuff.
Yeah.
Regardless, is she just a lesbian now? Dove Cameron?
I thought so.
Huh.
Or is she bi?
I
thought she was like a wholly lesbian.
I assumed she was bi. Get it, Dove Cameron?
I don't know.
Either way.
Yeah.
Although, I saw a video about it the other day and they used a picture of her. Stop taking your cheeks out.
Huh?
People are taking their cheeks out. The, like, buccal fat or whatever.
Oh, yeah, because I think Zoe Kravitz did it.
No!
Yeah,
she
that's why she looks so
skinny.
severe. That's why she looks so severe now.
Put your cheeks back.
Mm-hmm. Listen, man, we are going to look incredible.
We're going to look so good.
You guys, you got to be a little fat. That's what it is. We are going to look incredible in our 70s and 80s because
I'm a little fat and I drink a lot of water.
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
And this wine.
Yes.
Unbelievable. So, leaving aside that slight judging of women that we just did. But apparently a dude did it too. Now I don't remember which dude it was, but they look crazy.
Oh. I mean, yes, to piggyback, it's your body, do what you want, but make sure it's what you want and not what society is telling you.
You dress and do your makeup for the trends. Don't get plastic surgery for the trends unless it will go away like fillers and like lip injections.
Yeah, girl, we can contour that to the gods.
We can do it
Yeah.
without removing your whole cheeks.
I don't get it.
Then you won't have dimples. Look how cute these dimples are.
No, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Oh, God. Okay.
Needless to say, we will be keeping our cheeks.
I will certainly be keeping my cheeks.
Both sets. Ay.
Oh! What else do we got? I talked about the Graham stuff, so the only other thing we have to talk about is Pacey and Tamara.
I simply cannot.
No, I cannot either. He is still going around trying to hold her hand in public. He's giving her shit about going out with Mr. Gold, who turns out is gay. Which, by the way, way to out your coworker, Tamara.
Right.
What the shit?
To a child.
To a literal child.
Yep, she is a predator.
She's terrible.
Go to prison.
So she also, I'm going to say it so that you don't absolutely squeal yourself to death like you did in the watch along. If you want to watch along with us, you can go to patreon.com.
You guys, I'm giving.
She's giving. She is super giving.
You're going to want to.
So he goes over her house and
I have to put my hair up. My ears are so hot. I'm so stressed out.
They are laying in bed. He, I think, is reading and she is grading papers. And because he has had this conversation with Dawson about Jen having had sex with some like other people and how he doesn't think it's a good thing. But Pacey is like, he's not wrong or he's not right, but he's not 100% wrong about Jen's motivations, like telling that.
Yes.
She was trying to be honest. And also it's like, I think one person, especially when you're dealing like with a total knob like Dawson, one person should know what they're doing.
I agree with you.
So
someone's got to know how to drive.
100%.
You know what I mean? Someone's got to know to put that car into drive.
100%.
So,
or else it's just going to be a lot of rubbing on the outside.
A lot of neutral, and that's no fun for anybody.
Regardless, Pacey is like, she's giving you an in and telling you that she wants to have sex just as much as you do. And Dawson is like, I don't want sex, I want romance.
Listen, I'm a corny bitch. I love romance as much as the next person. But
not like that.
In real life, though, it gives me an egg.
No, it's horrible.
If you go, which he would do the most ick-inducing romantic shit ever, and my vagina would simply close. It would sew itself up.
Dawson would propose to you on Main Street, USA.
Oh, 100%. Ew! No offense. No, sincerely, no offense.
In public, like,
okay,
at the rope drop. In Main Street, USA. Or either that or during the fireworks. There is no in between.
Okay.
It's no like midday on your favorite ride together. Like, no.
Kristen, you're killing me.
And there's also the added level of the fact that like Dawson 100% only makes love.
Oh yeah.
Pacey fucks.
Pacey fucks.
Even 15-year-old Pacey fucks more than Dawson.
Yeah. Oh my God, my ears are so hot.
They are very pink.
I'm so hot. Holy shit. No, for me, like, the public act of, like, affection or, like, declaration of love, like, that does not bother me.
I told Will if he proposed to me in public, I would say no.
Well, so Chris proposed to me in public, but I thought I was being arrested. So that was exciting in a different kind of way.
Bag of worms.
Yeah. Cured my hangover, though, in seconds.
Okay.
And then the other proposal was just at home. He basically was just like, here. After I, like, told him to clean Bo's litter box because he, like, annoyed me. So a happy medium would be so nice. But, like, no, seriously, because I like Disney.
Sure.
I am not a Disney person, but, like, no.
Either that or it would be very, like, the most cliche, like, Paris, France proposal.
No, but okay. So I'm, like, part of the way there, but I want to be in Provence. Like, No,
it would be the most cliche. Top of the Eiffel Tower, all of it. It would be just, like, I can't even do that. Boring.
Because it's, like, and a lot of the dudes I've dated would think I would want that, but I'm like, but that's just, like, you got to have a little something to it. And this is just so basic, which again, nothing wrong with basic, but like me personally, romance, yes, but like just know who I am as a person.
That's the thing. That's why
that's why he won't.
No,
he will never do it right because he will never know a woman as like a person.
As a person, 100%.
Ugh, it's so gross.
It's really bad.
I hate it so much.
My husband proposed on our Lord of the Rings day.
Incredible.
In the hallway to our bathroom.
I love it.
It was perfect.
And that's perfect. I love it.
And it was just the two of us, which is all I wanted.
That's great.
Don't want other people to look at me while it's happening. I didn't want other people to look at me while we were getting married.
Oh no, I want the applause.
No, I didn't.
Clap for me, bitches.
I would like, if I didn't want to like wear a dress and have a party, I would have gone to the courthouse. I would have just gone, but I wanted to wear a dress and have a party. So, regardless, back to the Pacey of it all.
Yeah.
So they're lying in bed. He asks Tamara about previous men she's been with, and she's like, well, all of them or the ones that mattered, which I love that distinction.
I need my emotional support, American.
You need your Felicity again? Okay.
I need my emotional support, doll.
So, okay. I do want to give Pacey a little bit of props for being very whatever about it.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want to talk about it. Cause like
Pacey.
She knows how many people he's been with because it's only her.
It's just the one.
And he's curious. And he also is like, I think Dawson's reacting inappropriately. So I'd like to talk about this. And she says, all of them are the ones that mattered, because the ones that mattered were like one in high school, one in college, and probably 3 since then. This is also where we put the hard age on her being 35. She says something like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? Is this like closest without going over, or have we like...
No, I think we're past 35.
No, that's what I mean. So like he's guessed the closest without going over, and she's just like, sure, you win. 35. Congratulations.
I'm glad you guessed that. Ugh.
Yeah. And so he asks some sort of question about the one from high school, and she's like, I didn't say it was my high school. Barf. Literally, what the fuck? And he is pleased as punch. First of all, imagine, okay, we are slightly north of 35. Literally, imagine saying that at our big age.
No.
Imagine.
No.
Yuck.
No.
Because, like, I will say that, like, my number is probably pretty close to her for ones that mattered. Like, except I didn't have sex in high school. But it's, like, 2 in college, couple since then.
Yeah.
And my husband. And I'm just like, that's fine. But none of those people were high school students at the time. It is insane. Like, truly insane.
Everything hurts so bad.
I will say, one of the guys was a year behind me in school, but he was older than me. He was 4 months older than me because I was a baby.
Okay.
That's okay. Like, and we also didn't do it till we were both in college.
Yeah.
It's so horrendous.
I feel bad for this actress. Because could you imagine?
Her name is Leanne Hunley, and I think she is doing her absolute best.
She really is, but to have to say these things, and what was the angle? Like, were we supposed to have been watching this and being like, oh, it's so sexy, oh, it's so torrid, whatever?
I think it was...
I would be horrified.
I think it was supposed to be just sort of like an illicit, like, it's just sort of like a taboo thing that was happening. But not for nothing, Pacey is kind of in love with her.
Yeah, you would be too if you had sex. Like, they're always in love with the first person that they have sex with.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is.
Also, I just looked her up because I've never done this before. She was 43 when this show aired. At least 42. No, 43.
My face is on fire.
I just like, she looks pretty good for 43, especially 43 in the 90s.
No,
she's older than my dad.
She looks great. Nothing against this actress at all. I just don't know what we were supposed to take from this. Was this to get the boys to watch it?
I can't imagine.
Who okayed this? I
mean, the WB.
It's stuff like this where so many people have to look at it, but I know what the writer's room looked like.
Yeah.
I am fully aware. Like I don't have any kind of rose-colored glasses towards that at all. But this is such a dangerous storyline.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's okay, because like Pacey is being abused, even though he is an active participant in it. It's still, she is taking advantage.
No, 100%.
And because she is the adult in the room.
Okay, I agree with you in reality. The problem with interpreting it that way is that the show is making him an active and equal participant.
Right.
Which I understand is not possible or plausible, but like, because he also doesn't look like he's 15, right. He is a 20-year-old man, IRL, it's hard to kind of fully divorce that from it, and that's what I think the show is like, this is just an ill-advised tryst.
Yeah, but then it's like...
But she is worried about the illegalities of it.
So don't f*** him!
Yeah.
Like, I simply say no.
Yeah.
Like, the dick is not that good.
Yeah. Because
he cannot be dickmatized. Like, he's charming, sure.
Yeah.
But I know not tons, but like, I know boys, like teenage boys who are extremely charming, and I'm just like, haha, so funny, get away from me.
But that's the other thing too, is like, to compare it to another show that had like a similar storyline, and now I totally lost the show I was going to talk about. It was not Riverdale. Oh, Pretty Little Liars.
Mm-hmm.
She is still underage in that scenario,
mm-hmm.
and perhaps it is because the genders are swapped. She's still underage, but the way they get together, it's like they have sex after he knows that she is his English teacher.
Mm-hmm.
On Pretty Little Liars, they hook up in the bathroom, and then the next day, he's her English teacher, and he is fresh out of a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
So she's 16 and he's 22. Definitely still illegal, 100%. I'm not arguing that.
But that age difference is a little bit more approachable.
It's all a lot more, or like a lot less horrible.
Yeah.
I guess. Also, they're like fucking seriously endgame in that show. It's like insane. And Tamara and Pacey are not. Regardless, it's all kind of weird and gross and bizarre. That is mostly everything that's in this episode. Dawson and Joey make up, for the most part. She is still very clearly in love with him. He has no clue whatsoever.
He's so stupid.
He's so stupid. They even have an entire hypothetical conversation about them getting married, but they've both brought dates. And she's like, who are you gonna leave with? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, no matter what happens at the end of the night, I'm so glad. I'm sure I had a great time. It's just like, it's also very like pathetic pick-me girl on her part, which is upsetting because Joey is actually, in my opinion, a really good character.
Yeah.
For the most part. But the hang-ups that she has around Dawson, until she gets over that, it takes a while.
I'm glad I never had like one boy that I was like exclusively in love with for so much of my life.
Yeah.
It was just, I was boy crazy.
I had a lot of crushes.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had two high school boyfriends, 2 college boyfriends, and then some other people. And then I moved here and immediately fell in love with my husband. And that's it.
My is a lot longer. And
well, that's fine.
I
didn't say all of them.
Yeah.
I didn't say all of them. I said some others. You don't know how many.
Yeah.
You don't know how many I meant.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So that is pretty much it. Jen does have a really weird conversation with Gramps in a coma about having sex and stuff, and it's whatever. He can't hear her, and he's going to die momentarily. So, yeah. So we're gonna go watch episode 5, and we'll be back.
Bye. Bye.